Collection for the Xbox 360.
Hello.
And Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos for the NES. Wow, what a weird list! This is gonna be stupid.
Good night, Dan.
All right, so I guess K-Head or Tenmar is gonna be on straw poll duty. So let's see which one goes up first. Ninja Gaiden's 2 of the 4 options, and watch it still not win.
I will laugh. I will literally laugh my butt off. That would be hilarious.
All right, click on Tenmar's link in the chat, and let's vote to see what game comes up next. Put my vote in, and the winner currently is...
Wow!
Wow, okay, Ninja Gaiden 2, Dark Sword of Chaos at 30%, Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus at 27%, Devil May Cry HD Collection at 24%. Oh wait, no, we got a huge shift. 29 for Ninja Gaiden 2, 26 for Devil May Cry, 23 for 24 for Ninja Gaiden Black, and 22 for Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus. This is almost a perfect split.
That's the scary part. What am I? Let's see who will win in this wonderful poll.
Waver's like, it's a real match! It's a real match!
Skitch, we should totally commentate over this. That'd be hilarious. And Devil May Cry right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's trying to struggle so hard, but Ninja Gaiden has put it back. Oh, look at that push. Oh, it's so good. Come on, everybody. Let's see how many. I can't do it.
I haven't seen this much. Oh, yeah, I had a good one. I haven't seen this much indecision in a 4-way intersection in Orlando.
Oh my goodness gracious, this is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. This is purely ridiculous. But Ninja Gaiden seems to be holding up really strongly. But Devil May Cry is trying to make that push. It is trying to make that push, while the other two are trying their best, but they're not giving it all their game.
30 seconds left.
You're commentating over porn. Using the same shit over and over. Holy crap.
Horrible. Thank you, Luca. Thank you.
Back out, King. Back out.
I'm here for help.
Devil May Cry is currently sandwiched between 2 Ninja Gaiden games. It's trying, but I don't think it's going to make it. We've got 15 seconds left on the clock, with Ninja Gaiden 2 still has a 3% lead.
Oh yeah, push it real good. Do it. Proton John, what is the poll music from?
Bomberman Online. So a lot of the music I use is Bomberman related. So that should have just been forewarning for, I guess, Bomberman Act Zero, all things considered. The Throne Controller's main theme is from Super Bomberman 4. This is from Bomberman Online. I think there's another Bomberman song I use too, but I don't remember what it is right off the top of my head right now. All right, 30 seconds has passed, and still with the 3% lead, it is Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos. So when we come back, we'll be playing a difficult NES game, which hopefully won't glitch on me while we're playing it, because that's going to be a nightmare to play.
So excited.
I still like the first one better.
Nope, this one has better music, by far. Yes.
I think I'll give you that one. I think I will give you that one. But there's still a lot of the first game's music that I really appreciate.
Bestest music ever.
All right, as always, feel free to go take a break, get something to drink, come back, and for Ninja Gaiden. We'll see you in a bit. In a minute. Where's the button? I just constantly just like, I can't, so gotta say words.
Gotta say something here.
Here's what I gotta say.
How do I work? Oh god, that fucking gif. Hi, chat. You know what time it is.
I'll be right back. Have fun.
Hold on, wait, am I reading that right? Jex, you have a really awkward voice. What? How is it awkward?
I like these weird assertions and observations about you are getting kind of weird, man.
I know.
And the only thing I'll say, there's at least you don't have a name where people confuse it with Stitch when it's Skitch.
I was about to say you put a K in it, or it's like it's Skitch.
Yes, it's almost like my last name is Skitchiano.
Right.
It's almost like I might have mafia ties or something. I'm not saying. I'm just,
You think?
Well, people are just like, well, it's also like Stitch is like, do you really sound like Stitch? Oh.
Oh no, time for what? Porn questions with Lucagen. When did that become a thing?
I'm sorry, what? No.
That's what someone just wrote. I don't think so.
No. Just
Uh,
no.
Do you really want to get your information from me?
Okay,
Do you
ladies
think
and
about that?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are hearing us, shame on you because you need to be watching that for 3 minutes. But if you guys are still listening to us right now, go ahead and ask us a question.
Yes.
Jax, you really have a long, thick. What the?
Whoa, that's
Okay.
what she said.
Okay, thank you, Luca. Anyway. Okay, so here's the thing, guys.
Here to help.
The degree I'm going for, it's kind of an interesting mix. It's a digital media, cinematography, pretty much video editing, along with radio broadcasting, voiceovers, if that makes sense. So in a way, sometimes with my vocals, it just bleh. Sometimes I could do certain voices, sometimes I can't.
Hmm.
But like I said, I don't know.
I
Sometimes-
have a very weird range myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm someone who can do voices so much from a character standpoint. I think what has sort of become the case is just doing narration based on my regular voice as the baseline.
Yes, I'm the same way. I do a lot of weird, goofy voices, but I can always base it off the voice that I actually have. I don't do impressions very well.
Well, and to be fair, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to voice acting, most of the time you're going to be you're going to be picked up on primarily based on
Your normal speaking voice.
Yes,
Right? Yeah,
yes.
yeah. You have to have a certain normal speaking voice to get anywhere. You can't totally fake a new voice for yourself. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. How are we all doing tonight? I am doing wonderful.
I'm good.
I am a little bit behind on work, but I'll have to address that by not sleeping tonight. And
Oh,
I'm enjoying my new headphones very much.
indeed.
Yes.
Who won Wheel of Fortune? That'll be Proton John. He's completely curved
John
us.
swept us. Luca, have
Nice.
you been hit with any content ID BS? Yes, I have, but I figured out why, so that will stop in the future because I get the new rules now, and I'm slowly figuring them out.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm don't understand what's really going on.
I can explain it briefly.
I can explain it too, but
Sure.
please keep in mind that whatever either of us say at this point is not 100% confirmed, and there's a lot of
That's
rumors
sure.
going around about
That's
this kind of thing.
Sure.
Perfectly
The main thing I just don't understand is necessarily how does it relate to certain types of content managers. I understand how content ID works.
This is a little bit different. This is different from normal because before, from what I understand, again, not 100%, there were people from companies going around flagging content ID,
Mhm.
which means that they feel that you have something that belongs to them.
Mhm.
This is not a person anymore. This is an automated system, an algorithm that YouTube has been doing
Mm-hmm.
and now put into place,
Mhm.
where it's matching up certain pitches and music scores and things like that, and it's using their library that they have put together to see if anything matches.
The content ID has always been an automated system. Before, direct claims were DMCA claims. Content ID is an automated fingerprinting system,
Right.
similar to the Shazam or otherwise, based on a library YouTube gains up by people who are copyright holders submitting samples of what they claim to own rights of. So
Right.
then, now when they do that, the person who submits the content for the content ID system sets up rules for YouTube to follow.
Here's the problem.
Yep.
And then this is rumor, but it was talked about very heavily on a few podcasts as of late, and it's becoming more public information that YouTube has old information that doesn't apply anymore for a lot of companies. Some companies that aren't even in business anymore.
Well, that's the problem because the problem is that there is an issue with how well vetted the people making the initial copyright ID submission claims are.
Oh.
Because from that point, the control for the copyright holder is that they can have things like the video could be simply marked so that they can just keep tabs on the stats on it. They could have the advertisement redirected to them. They can have the video pulled down. Those are things that the copyright holder can set up as the rules for what happens. So what's happening now is that the switches are being pulled more heavily for certain types of content and across all sorts of partners because of essentially liability mitigation.
Oh, we're playing Ninja Gaiden. Uh-oh.
It's cool. I'm totally just eating like an almond bar right now.
Here's my too long didn't read version of it. Watch your music. It's 99% music that's getting flagged here.
Right.
Okay. Make sure you have the rights or that you paid for music, and if you did pay to use it or you're sure that it's free use, keep your paperwork around.
Yep.
Just in case. And watch out for people's latest trailers. This is a big deal.
Yes, exactly.
If you have something that has been in a Nintendo trailer recently, like a piece of music, watch it. Just be careful. Case in point, Ocarina of Time, it's what, 15 years old now? 12 years old? Something like that. Any Ocarina of Time video I have that has the Lost Woods music on it has been flagged because they played the Lost Woods music in the 3DS
technically, I mean,
trailer.
And technically, Nintendo could pull that on, depending on how far they want to go with how stringently they read it, they could pull that on anything with that music, even if it wasn't in that trailer, going until X number of years after the publication of the product.
Right, so
because
Wind Waker is in jeopardy right now. Anything with Lost Woods music, or anything on the Ocarina of Time 3D trailer. Some Galaxy stuff got hit because I think there's a song that they're using in 3D World or something like that. So it's very weird.
By the way it sounds like, it just sounds like it's pretty much getting hit on really any of the newer games that are out of right
or
now.
Any music piece, or if it was featured on a trailer, that's going to be the big hitter. Try to contest it, because Nintendo did put out a thing saying that they were going to try to help people with false flags, so you can try.
I remember seeing like on tweets like Capcom, Diablo, any of those big companies are doing that. But here's the thing, really, this whole thing about the copyright things, it's a gray area, because when you really think about it, yes, you are using their IP, but at the same time, you're using your own voice work, your own commentary. So again, it's a gray area. Who's right and who's wrong? But
it's tough, because it is one of those things where it's a directly transitional and derivative work from the original, i.e., like doing a mashup of two songs. So the thing about it is that if you did a mashup of two songs, you did work, you made a different piece from those two copyrighted songs, but your copyright work would have never existed had not those two works existed in the first place. And then if you were to do that and then try to monetize on it without consent from the original copyright holder, that's where that particular copyright area comes into play. And that's the same sort of issue here. The problem is,
Sorry, question, dude. Doesn't that fall under fair use technically? Like how?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Like, what about Weird Al? Because apparently his is also covered under fair use.
No, it's
or
not.
Is that just because of parody?
It can be covered under parody, but also partially because he's not taking the original recording of the song and then doing something over it. He is rearranging, reworking something as a derivative work and doing new lyrics and such, and it's simply derived from it in a loose enough way where he can get away with it. But he still actually goes to get permission for people's works.
Oh, absolutely.
The other thing about fair use is the real contention with fair use is what you're doing causing potential damage to the marketability of the product at hand. That's why showing short clips of a movie during a review is usually viewed as fair use. Whereas if you were commenting over the entire movie being played and having that contained, that would be a violation of fair use, since somebody could just watch that instead of buying the movie itself. And that's where fair use gets a little messy for Let's Plays, because some people could argue that watching a full Let's Play is a substitute for playing the game, which is iffy to argue, and that's the case there.
But really, right now, for Let's Playing, 99% of the things we're seeing is music related and not actually video related at all.
Right.
You can check your claims to see what's actually being claimed if you go to your video manager to see what the actual pinpointed time is that's the problem. And you can tell what's going on with it.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that's why when you get flagged initially, it flags you whether or not it knows whether or not you have fair use because it can't know. It just simply knows the
It
content
doesn't know.
is
It's
there.
just making a matching thing. That's why
Right.
people's reviews are getting hit because YouTube can't tell if it's a review, which is supposed to fall under all fair use category.
Sure.
But they're just gonna have to work it out, and I hope in the upcoming weeks, as like content producers and like devs get involved in this, that they'll make something happen with it. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do, but we'll see.
Okay, well, I just wanted to know. Anyways, to good old-fashioned Ninja Gaiden
2.
2.
2. Copyrighted by
Trademark Tecmo.
Tecmo, but Tecmo won't care. They're good guys.
Yep.
Oh, look at that guy.
It's really messy because of a lot of issues. The other part that makes it messy is basically you have to deal with certain things and like certain songs that are older and otherwise, who actually owns the rights over them and such. Because depending on what the song, you might actually have 5 different claimants.
Yeah, because I don't know.
yeah.
If I got a addendum really to one of the games. Some people might not know this, but the reason that Mega Man Legends is not on the PlayStation Network anymore, or at all, is because Capcom no longer owns the rights to the voice work in the game.
That's been a big issue for some of these games with regards to voice actors basically pulling rank on their own voice work as part of some contractual obligation. I believe that was the problem with Silent Hill 2's re-release as well, where they had issues with the voice actors.
It's not just that either. It's other things. Anything in the video, especially if it's an older game, it depends. I got flagged on my first Suikoden video, and only the first. And I checked with them about it. I've been going back and forth with Konami about this. Apparently, the animator that did the opening scenes is gone, and he owns the rights to that animation that was used in the openings. It's all hand-drawn animation. It's not Konami's anymore. That's why I got hit with something. So it's a little bit weird.
Yeah, I honestly wish there was some better, more overall constructive solutions. One guy, there was one guy who does source videos. I think it's Max2SD. His counter argument was basically for people who were trying to do just let's play of like the newest games out there and such, and having issues with this, go for. Basically, for the time being, just go to indie developers who are embracing Let's Plays as a way of advertising their games and will probably not try to pull copyright content ID rank on you. But I still think that this is far from over, especially because it's a boiling point sort of event.
I know that there are some like major companies that are okay with it. Like Capcom has gone on record about it. I forget if 2K is good with it or not. I think they're on the fence. But I know that
People
there
are trying to make
companies.
a list.
Yeah.
But be careful because you never know. I would say if you're not sure, send an email. If you have it in writing, then you're set. You're good to go. Just let them know what you want to do and send an email if you're not sure. But like I said, right now it seems like 99% of it is music problems. All because of people uploading music videos and re-uploading trailers and things like that is what I'm assuming.
Which, in all fair honesty, like sometimes there are some things like I don't get about it. The trailers and those that are being released by the companies, they have their own channels. That's why they're on there.
Right.
So just go to them.
Right. Right.
I guess I don't see that problem. If the company's going to upload their video on their own channel, then yeah, they have every right. Because that's their trailers and stuff.
But people apparently have been notoriously reposting trailers or editing a tiny piece out of trailers and making it their own, and a lot of music problems. That's how this whole thing got started, from what I understand. And movies too. Obviously, movies is a big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's it's something
TV
where
episodes and things that's been huge lately.
Right. It's something where I understand the rationales of both sides, and it sucks because the problem is that I could see the exploitation. I can see how both sides can take
you got
things to an extreme.
shafted.
Yeah, fucking bird.
I love this stage. Has some of the best music in the game.
Yeah, but the Shadow Clones is gonna suck.
Yep, certainly is. That stupid troll bird.
Ew, spiders. Ugh.
It's not necessarily like the boss, or it's the wind that really makes this boss annoying.
Yep.
There we go, much better.
Just mind your music, guys, and if you do belong to a partnered situation, ask them for help. They should still be there to help you, you know, if you're not sure about something.
People in the chat are like, so this is just a typical case of we can't have nice things.
Well, I do agree that YouTube does have a problem. You can tell
this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, there's a rampant, like, you could almost search for almost any TV show or movie and probably find it if you really wanted to.
Sure.
So you gotta be careful. I mean, they do take them down, but...
This is why YouTube originally had a 10-minute time limit, so people could not do that. But then people were getting around it anyway, so they're like, all right, fuck it. No time limit.
And it's a balancing point between YouTube trying to allow people to do as much as they can and having to deal with the heavy amounts of influence from copyright holders.
Quill J1 has just subscribed.
Sorry, hold that thought for a sec, kids. Quill J1, thank you for subscribing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
All right.
Yeah, it's interesting. Actually, a friend of mine was asking about selling some tracks that I wrote for him on his on a Bandcamp thing, and one of the things was an arrangement and re-performance of "Thankful Heart." And I said, no, you probably can't get away with that because our arrangement is way too close to it, and it's obvious that it's directly derived from it, and we would need to get a mechanical license in order to do a cover of it, which is not hard, but you need to do that or else you're going to get in trouble.
Yeah, find free use music. Honestly, the best kind of free use music is the kind that you might have to pay for, like for a piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but then you have
there
proof.
are production music sites and like entire sets. God damn it! I thought I jumped. Yeah.
Some really nice music can cost you anywhere from like $5 a piece up to $30, depending on how long you need it. But at least then you have proof that you can use it no matter what. So that's what I would suggest.
Did you ever figure what was up with APM music? God, are you serious? Fuck.
I think somebody re-copyrighted that Ja Ro Yodel thing because it was under the free use category earlier, and now it's not. I think someone has either re-released it or re-copyrighted it because of SpongeBob, which is the only thing I can think of. All of my other ones make sense except that one. APM is trying to get that Yodel thing pulled off my videos. So I'm assuming that they must have re-copyrighted it once SpongeBob came out.
But you grabbed it back when that was still free, didn't you?
Oh yes, but that's one of the big problems now. Is like Skitch was saying, if someone remasters it or like redoes it for something big, I think they can rewrite a copyright on it.
No, because they have every right to a copyright for it. Because remember, you have two different copyrights: the RA copyright, which is the underlying composition, and the SR, which is the sound recording. So every song, depending on whether the singer, songwriter, composer, and record labels are different entities, can have two separate copyright claims that can be pulled on them, especially if both entities are still alive. This is where the legality of this stuff comes into play, and it's really messy.
So I'm not sure I can contest those at this point because it's very well that it might be null now. So we'll have to see. I
will point out for people who are saying Kevin MacLeod in Compotech, I mean, as overused as it is, Kevin MacLeod is literally set up as a guy who provides music for free for use in YouTube videos without cost. All he asks is that you attribute him in some form on the video, and that's all. And that things like that are going to be where you're going to need to go, which unfortunately means that everything's going to sound same-ish, but oh well.
Yeah, it's either that or nothing, so.
Yeah. Or you could be like Gerard and get me to do a dubstep remix of the Max Payne theme.
To be fair, that came out of a joke, so.
It certainly did, but it was.
This is gonna be a boon for music makers now, because they're gonna be in big business. I think right now that would be the good thing to do. Find someone there's already tweets popping up everywhere of people that are willing to make music for people for a little cost. So.
Eccentric Gamer. I mean, the problem is, how are you going to be able to dispute it as a Let's Play? Because a Let's Play doesn't necessarily fall into the same category of fair use as review or parody.
Yeah, it's technically a derivative work.
Super Mario World, was that featured in a trailer lately?
It doesn't matter. No, I mean, it doesn't matter. Super Mario World still is not under fair use. It's not public domain. So Nintendo can pull copyright claims on it still until 90 years after it published.
You can write to them and ask after the public thing they made today.
I mean, you could try to claim fair use. Basically, the only way you can argue fair use from this standpoint is to argue that it does not affect the marketability of the game due to its age and due to certain things. Because that's really the only case where fair use really comes into play here. You're not if you're not monetizing off of it, especially. If you're monetizing off of that, it gets a little
Whoa.
I would write to them if you are and see what
Yeah.
they say.
So,
Explain what
okay.
you've done and explain what you'd like to do with it and see if they'll budge on it.
I think it's either 70 or 90, but yeah, it's something like that.
So, since I do Let's Plays, but I don't make money, but I do like a Super Mario World Let's Play, would that get copyrighted? Because technically, I'm not making money off it.
They would run ads on it instead. That's what would happen.
They would run ads on it. It's just that it wouldn't make any difference to you because you weren't getting paid in the first place.
Let's see here.
But let's go with within. Isn't Tyler doing the Let's Play right now of Super Mario World? So what would then be his situation?
I think it depends.
It depends. I mean, again, it's one of those things where it's a tough situation because technically, in a pure black and white reading standpoint, it is a derivative work without explicit permission from the original copyright holder. Therefore, it can be called up as, in the U.S. at the very least, as infringement. The problem is, how does that get enforced and chased down? And like you said, supposedly Nintendo is trying to be more outreaching and cautious about how it handles it.
Apparently today they said, but the first thing I would do is find out what got copyrighted, a video part or the music, because that's going to change everything.
Right.
And see what the deal is with that. If it's music, it could be that they used some music on a recent trailer and that's why it's getting flagged.
It could be, or they could have just
because Super Mario World is old shit. Nobody cares about that.
Sure.
Well,
I mean,
no, I'm talking about like Super Mario 3D World.
Oh, that's
yeah,
different.
that's completely different.
If anything, this might stop like first day LPs for a while because you don't know.
It definitely will, because or at least it'll stop people who like do it only to make money. People might just do it still for views, but.
Right, yeah. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of glad that's not going to happen too much anymore, but because that would hurt their sales. If you sit there and watch a first day LP, you might not go buy it right away. That I can understand completely.
Well, the thing is, like for kind of like what I usually do for like a Let's Play is usually when a new game has come out, I usually wait at least 6 months to a year to possibly do a Let's Play of it, because at that time, it's all settled.
Mhm.
It's been a year since it's done. It's probably been already spoiled to care, so that's it.
yeah,
I mean, there are times to where like, and I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the first Let's Plays from Josh Jepson about Link Between Worlds, I was like, oh hell no, I'm not watching this. I wanted to get this game spoiled myself. And it's the same thing with Tyler's Super Mario 3D World. I don't want to watch those because I actually want to experience the game for myself.
right.
That's fine, and that's a lot of people's stance on it, but I can see why those will get flagged first, because
Sure.
that is going to disrupt their sales.
Right.
There's
And
no way around it.
especially in games that are like, let's say, LA Noire, I understand had that issue up front. Something like maybe Two Worlds, or what's it, Beyond Two Worlds.
Beyond
Could be
Two
another
Souls, you mean?
Just Two Souls, that's right.
Mhm.
Beyond Two Worlds, that'd be an awful crossover. Yeah. Kirby, YouTube is claiming on behalf of Nintendo through an automated system in which Nintendo submitted content for YouTube to seek out and place claims on, which retroactively includes music from, I think, from the looks of it, almost every game they published.
There's rumors saying that the Rare published games are not under that marker.
Possibly because Rare actually has opens the rights to those.
Depends. There
And
could be
Micro-
a million
Right.
like different algorithms on what's going to be and what's not.
Right.
It really depends.
For Trigger Conroy's New Leaf has been out for almost a year now. So
I haven't heard anything about that yet, but we'll see.
yeah.
Last I heard from Emil, he has not been hit yet, at least on Animal Crossing. He's been hit on other things.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also
Yeah,
had
we've
some.
all
He's
been-
also had some fake claims. He had someone named, I think, like Tyler or David or something, claim
had,
that
like, a
they own
random
Mother
name.
3. Yeah. Mother 3
And
is
for the
owned by
person
the most
saying
English name.
that, like, small people get hit, everyone's getting hit. I mean, if you've seen Angry Joe's video, he's as big as it gets almost, and
Mhm.
and he's been horribly hit by this. So it's everybody because it's automated.
Right.
Nobody's safe.
Mhm.
Except for managed accounts, which are very few.
Right.
But re-
and-
I'll just say this. Just remember this, guys. It's the companies. And companies only view one thing. They want to make sure